Catalin Chiloflischi is the CEO of Canarc Resources. He joins me on the line right now. Hey, I love this idea, Catalin, because I was thinking, hey, I might have been one of the few people who was happy about the decline we've seen, for example, in gold prices and some of the mining stocks.
Yeah, no, Mike, I think I share your view, and I think your investors should really consider in this environment a contrarian investing approach and really pay close attention to recent pullback in the gold prices, silver prices, and related precious metal mining stocks.
What interests you when you see this? When you look at this and you see that decline, your eyes light up. Give me some specifics why.
Well, it's very interesting because we've actually made a lot of money for our shareholders in the last 12 months by doing exactly that. Just for example, just under a year ago, I acquired a project in Mexico. At the time gold was trading around the same levels. I was able to buy an asset there for about $1 million in shares. And then that turned in about $10 million profit 9 months later for our shareholders. So the company right now sits on about $12 million cash. It's very well funded. So I'm really happy to see this again because we are now busier than ever. We're still looking for undervalued opportunities where we can bring them in-house and create even more value for our shareholders.
Well, of course, you're doing it on the company basis, for Canarc Resources, but let's bring it to the individual here. What should they be looking for?
Well, I think individuals should be looking for really good quality assets, good quality management teams, and companies that have a decent track record. It's very interesting when investing at these levels, the level of risk is very high, so investors should pay really close attention to the names they put their money into it. And I think it's important to recognize that, all those investments are junior mining companies, so they generate no revenue. To the contrary, they actually spend money, put money in the ground to create value. So they have to pay attention to the financial viability of those companies to make sure that they're well funded, and also pay close attention to who's behind the board, who's behind the management, and make sure that they remain engaged with those companies. They should be not afraid to reach out to the CEO of the company to make sure that they do what they said they're going to do and keep them in check with the way things go.
It's obviously this is for that portion of someone's portfolio that's is more aggressive. It's the risk capital. Part of that portfolio. But as you say, you've got to find the people with a track record who's bringing these things forward. But just from your experience, how long do you expect to hold this kind of a thing?
Well, I think investors should be a little bit patient here. This is not something that you buy today and sell tomorrow and you made a profit. I think you should be prepared to hold on those equities for about 1 to 2 years. But don't hold passively. I mean, always keep things on track. Make sure that management is actually delivering on what they say they're going to do. Make sure that you see concrete progress every few months and so. So I think you need a little bit of patience here.
Yeah, it's as you say, I do look at these kind of declines. I didn't feel this last move, and I wrote it in our Money Talks blog several times. I didn't think the last move was going to be the big one. There'd be one more kind of correction, as you say, so it kind of provides some of that opportunity. Thank you very much, Catalin, for taking the time with us.
Always a pleasure, Mike, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Catalin Chiloflischi is the CEO of Canarc.